Hey everyone, I just wanted to come on really quickly and and I'm sorry about the light in my glasses, talk about why I titled the last video Phono Killer. Well, obviously, Talking Head song, Psycho Killer, Qu'est-ce que c'est, that was the whole point. I felt like I had to add that to get that I was only just wordplay. But my philosophy on like music as it is, I do like having physical formats to just a tangible item to have in my hand, to be able to look at the cover art, the liner notes, um, things that you don't. I mean, I have problems reading a digital screen, and I'm sure a lot of people do. But so that's why I like having the physical format. I like having physical books too because you can feel them. But I'm a bit old-fashioned like that. But I'm also thinking ahead of things that in the future, we may be able to keep this hobby going, but it's not going to be always as large as it is now. And I think that going forward in any sort of like hobby, even like photography, anything that could be like taken from like an analog source or analog way of doing things to a digital way. Because obviously I've seen this sort of same thing happen in photography where the photographers would not go from film to digital. And there was a good reason for that back then. The digital just wasn't as good as film back then. I'm certain there's probably come leaps and bounds, but I haven't really dealt with film enough because I learned how to shoot on 35mm film, but then digital came in and I ended up getting digital cameras after that, even though I had taken a basic photography class with film. And so that's sort of how I'm seeing what's going on in music right now. Having the physical format is great and all, and helping a music store that's a brick and mortar place stay open is great, and I'm all for that. But I also like to consume music that I may not possibly like, so I test it out. I may not always be able to afford a trip to the record store where I know I'm going to spend over $100. So having Qbuzz or having Tidal or having stay away from Spotify, I don't like them. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons behind that. And there's a lot of reasons why I don't like Tidal either, but each to their own. If you prefer a different streaming service than, let's say, Qbuzz, because I like them, because of the larger catalog, or they just have more artists or music that you like. So I get all that. But for me, I like Qbuzz because of I kind of feel like the high-res files are more readily available to somebody who's paying $10 a month. And even like Amazon high-res, $10 a month, and you kind of get into that high-res area, or HD or whatever they call it. But I feel like Qbuzz gives that to you no matter what. If you're on their lowest subscription level, and then basically like their highest, all you're getting is discounts on the music that you buy through them. And it's only like $4 more a month. So I might actually sign up for that, since I'm getting a media player to tap into like the higher area of Bluetooth codecs that I can't get with my phone. So yeah, my philosophy is that we can be in the past, that's fine, and we should. We need to remember the history of things. We talk about the history of things, talk about the history of one of our favorite bands or whatever. Let's not forget these things. And then, but yet we need to keep one foot facing forward, because we can help direct that world of music lover, what's going to happen with future alliterations of like Bluetooth, the platform services. for instance, there are a couple platforms that I don't like because I definitely know they do not cater to the music lover, just because of things they've said at some point, and I feel like that they were like, we don't care that we're giving you the worst quality of listening experience if you're not trying to get the better quality of it. It's like, spend more money to listen to our stuff at a better quality kind of thing. And I'm also fully aware of like the theft of marketing, and I tend to not like a platform for that as well. And so, but yeah, it's like, I want that high quality because for me, a higher quality of music, because I'm not passive listening to it, I am actively listening to it. I want to feel an emotional connection, an emotional response from what's going on. And sometimes I need that higher format to be able to do that. However, a lower format may not even matter sometimes, and I can get an emotional experience. I mean, like AAC and these, it can induce an emotional experience for me. I don't know what's going to go on with LDAC because I'm going to get a taste of it soon. I don't know if it's going to be like tears to my eyes kind of thing, but who knows. But yeah, I feel like as music lovers, we are going to do a disservice to ourselves if we don't keep one foot in the future and consume things at the value of what we might want, to let a platform know that we appreciate the fact that they are catering to the music lover and all of us. And I don't, or even like Bluetooth. Maybe somebody's not really putting that much of an emphasis on the audio side of things, or at least audio without a picture. And, you know, if we can just sort of let people, let the people that are dealing with this know that we are here and we are ready to accept Bluetooth, and hopefully it gets better for what we want to hear from it. That's the way, that's my philosophy in all this, is that look to the past, enjoy what you have, but also keeping one foot in the future, because you're doing a disservice to yourself, to what you love about what's going on, because this is a future that we cannot change. We cannot change that Bluetooth is happening, that Wi-Fi has happened, that we have incredible amounts of music and technology at our fingertips and information. These things can't change. And maybe this is because I grew up in the 90s, you know, but this future is coming fast and it's getting a lot better really quickly. So I think we should embrace it a little bit to direct it into what we would like it to become. And that's just my philosophy in it all. So when I called it Phono Killer, other than the fact it was homage to Psycho Killer by the Talking Heads, it was me saying that maybe we should worry about this, you know? Still wanting to keep up with the hobby because I like having that tangible item, but saying that it's coming faster than we realize. Maybe we should make better attempts to recognize this and attempt to listen to things differently. Take these, you know, so the AZ100s is like the true hi-fi experience, and yeah, over Bluetooth I think it's pretty close. And then like the AZ100s is like a true reference, or true reference class or something like that. But that's the thing, is like, if we're going to be listening over earbuds and Bluetooth and stuff like that, maybe we should put our foot forward if they're actually working towards that neutrality sound and reference class speaker type size things that you would normally get for a hi-fi, but over Bluetooth. The thing is, obviously, if they're calling the things this now, it's either they're there or they're very close to getting there. So I think the best thing for people to do is to consume it, to acknowledge that we understand that it's coming faster than we realize, without killing our hobby. So that's just my opinion on it, my philosophy of the music world and of the world in general. So I'm going to go, and I hope you have a great Easter. I hope you have a nice weekend. I don't know if I'm going to come back sometime next week, but I'm definitely, well, let's see. Today's the 17th. So next Friday is when the Tennis album will drop. And I'm going to be out of town that weekend. Yeah, I'm not going to be in a good spot to do a video on the 26th. Maybe I'll listen to the record and get my first opinions on it if I can get it in that evening on Friday, and then make the video then and post it the next day. But yeah, I will be, if not back on the 25th, maybe sooner, or I will try to put it out the next week for that. But excuse me, and I'm sorry for this. I just wanted to come on and talk about the philosophy I have. So have a good weekend. Have a great Easter. I hope you have fun with your family. Your kids find a lot of great Easter eggs, or grandkids or whatever. And I hope to be back in the next, let's say, 2 weeks. And like, subscribe my videos if you go through them and you find a video that you like and you think the information is good. Like, just help get that video kind of out to other people if you think they would find the information helpful. But as things are now, I'm going to get out of here. I have connected my earbuds to my TV, and I am playing Death Stranding because I'm kind of trying to get to that game before Death Stranding 2 comes out. And as gaming earbuds, they are very good. Very low latency, and just adds a whole new definition to the gameplay. So I'm going to go. Bye.